we found this adorable, cute little house, but unfortunately it was only 1,200 square feet. And you know, we have 2 young boys, we just needed a little bit more space. So that's why we decided to basically keep a lot of the existing structure, but just do an extension and an update of the original home.
You know, this was basically our first time that we were really working with contractors. So we had no experience with that. So really we got referrals from friends or family. We did meet with 3 companies, including Atlas. We brought each one of them here and we kind of showed them what we wanted to do. The other 2 companies basically gave us quotes, but with Atlas, they really wanted to focus on our needs. So they really walked us through the process. They weren't really trying to sell. They really wanted to see what we wanted to do, so we really enjoyed that.
When we met Nathan, he was like, okay, what's your budget? And then from there, we were able to say, okay, let's prioritize this, because if this is your budget, probably you're not gonna get everything on your wish list, but if I can get my top whatever, then that really made me a lot more comfortable. And I think they were really cognizant, not trying to upsell us or not trying to squeeze every penny that they possibly could out of us too.
I think they were listening to what we wanted to do versus them trying to tell us what we should do. You know, focusing on our key themes that we did have, and then expanding where they had their expertise. I think it really helped us, you know, come out of our shell, out of our box.
It was very collaborative. We would meet Bruce at Home Depot or Lowe's, and I think just by spending just like a couple hours with us, he was really good about knowing exactly what we're looking for. And he made a lot of suggestions that honestly were a little bit out of my comfort zone in the beginning, but in the end, love it. Love it.
You know, we did have these beams going across the room to give us a little bit more vaulted ceilings. The common rooms also have different compartments and different sections, so I think that's where sliding glass doors that we do have is a good design element for us as well, because I would have never envisioned this end product in, you know, when we first started with Atlas during the design process.
I love the idea of the walk-in pantry, but based on our layout and the configuration, they couldn't give me that traditional where you open the door and there's a beautiful walk-in pantry. So what he ended up doing was creating a pantry for us behind these glass doors so that we could close it off if we needed to. And now I think it is just gorgeous.
I think for me, our center beam here, they did a custom LED rope lighting and it really turned out very well.
Atlas was absolutely wonderful to work with, start to finish. I mean, even afterwards, right? Like, there's always going to be things that aren't quite perfect. Right? We would always be able to call them and say, like, can you help us? Like, we're not quite sure what it is. And I think we've done that actually a couple times already.
Right. And I think for me, it was just really the communication that we did have, the collaboration throughout the whole process. So it wasn't just, you know, once a week kind of calls with Atlas. I think during the heart of the construction, we were talking to them nearly every day about something, you know, about the status, or they have questions. So I think they were very open with us, very transparent with us, which we certainly appreciated. It was very easy for us to kind of sit down for those hard conversations and figure out what we should do. And they would try to find us the most cost-effective way to handle those situations because they knew that we were on a fixed budget. So from that standpoint, I really did appreciate their frankness and their open communication with us.
I would definitely recommend them because of the way that they helped us through the entire process. And I love the fact that the kids are so happy here, and it's great. It worked out really well for our family.
Right. We just couldn't be any happier in this house.